Hello, this is Rachel live from Kalkine studio and you're watching the IPO Corner, a weekly show dedicated to IPO market performance. And we bring you hot public offerings and all important information about the listing companies under the spotlight. However, before investing in any shares, investors need to understand the business prospects and operations in detail, such as future risks and returns. This can include changing the IPO price or issuance date as the companies see fit. Let us now look at some recent IPO listings and their performance. Starting with Kili Resources, they listed on the ASX recently. The gold and rare earths explorer raised $6 million at 20 cents at the IPO. Kili Resources is a gold and copper explorer with its key projects located in the Tanami region of Western Australia and the Charters Towers Ravenswood region in Queensland. Next up, My Rewards International raised $5 million from investors at 20 cents a share. My Rewards International is Australia's leading provider of rewards and benefits solutions for employers, retailers, associations and businesses wanting to connect with their members. Then we have WA1 Resources. They raised $6 million in their initial offering at 20 cents a share. WA1 owns 100% of 3 West Australian exploration projects, considering prospective for copper, gold and nickel. Let's take a look at the IPOs scheduled before the end of this month. The proposed Catalano Seafood IPO is slated for the 24th of February at 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, according to the ASX IPO announcements. One of Western Australia's most cherished seafood businesses is expanding its operations interstate. Catalano Seafood is a West Australian family business established in 1969. It operates with around 70 staff, and in 2020 and 2021 it handled a total of over 2,000 tonnes of seafood. Catalano is strategically positioned in the eye of the seafood supply chain across processing, wholesaling, packaging, retail and export. The company is undergoing an initial public offering to raise up to $7 million at 20 cents a share. The company will use the funds to focus on an aggressive expansion strategy. Moving on to the next company, and according to ASX announcements, Omnia Metals Group has proposed its plans to list on the ASX on the 21st of February. Omnia Metals is a mineral explorer with a current focus on copper, nickel, platinum group elements and gold. The company is building a portfolio of exploration projects in Western Australia and the Northern Territory via acquisition, which it intends to systematically explore and develop. The company has entered into separate agreements with Kimberley Mining, Kimberley Island Holdings, Mr. Peter Lewis and GTT Metals to acquire 100% of the Order Basin project and the Albany-Fraser project. Omnia Metals looks to raise up to $5.5 million at 20 cents a share in its IPO. Well, it's time to wrap up the show, but let me share this critical information first. Before investing in IPOs, investors must check the credibility and the track record of the company. The risk appetite level varies with investors, and they need to consider factors such as an analysis view, brokerage ratings, industry outlook, performance, and the peers review before making an investment decision. Also, it's important to note that companies can change the IPO price or issuance date as they see fit. Well, that's all for now on the IPO Corner show. Stay tuned to Kalkine. We have many more shows for you with live updates across the economy, markets and sectors. I'm Rachel, signing off for now.